Welcome back to our channel Accountancy. My today's topic is fundamentals of business, and in this video I shall explain to you definition of business, types of business, definition of business entity, types of business entities, and at the end of the video we shall study the comparison chart of these business entities to discuss the pros and cons of each type of business entity. Let's start with the definition of business. Business is an integrated set of legal activities which are conducted and managed for the purpose of earning profit. Here we focus on following 4 points. Here comes the first one. Set of legal activities. Here set of activities mean multiple activities or a group of activities. A single activity or a one-time activity is not a business. So multiple activities are essential in doing business. Secondly, the activities which are going to be performed must be legal. Any illegal activity or activities which are banned by the state or by the law is not a business. For example, if someone is involved in robbery or kidnapping, etc., we cannot say that he is doing a business. Rather, it's a crime. So, the activities must be multiple and legal. Now, let's move on to the next point. And the next point is an integration link among the activities. The activities which are going to be performed must be integrated, linked, and interconnected with each other. It means all activities should support each other and must be interrelated. And the next point is that must be managed and controlled by someone. We are talking about business, that a business must be managed and controlled by someone. There must be a person who manages and controls all the business activities or transactions of a business. A business cannot run by its own. Right? And the next point is the purpose must be earning profit. And finally, the most important point and the reason for which a business is conducted is surely profit earning. The main incentive behind the business is to earn maximum profit. So, if interconnected legal activities are performed by a person or persons or team to earn profit, is simply known as a business. Types of business. There are mainly 3 types of business: service business, product business, and manufacturing business. Service business. Service business provides services to its customers instead of selling goods. The service business includes dry cleaners, salons, transportation services, etc. Product business. When physical goods are sold to customers like food, groceries, home appliances, etc., this type of business is known as product business. Manufacturing business. It includes manufacturing and producing goods. For example, automobile manufacturers, sugar mills, and various industries, etc. In manufacturing business, products are manufactured and sold in bulks to the retailers and dealers of that product. Business entity. A business entity is a commercial organization that aims to make profit. Here, commercial organization means a profit-oriented organization or any organization which is formed to do business. Now, following picture is an example of a commercial organization. Types of business entities. There are 3 types of business entities: sole proprietorship, partnership, and company. Sole proprietorship. A business owned and managed by one person is simply known as sole proprietorship business. Following are the salient features of sole proprietorship business. The first point is ownership. It is owned by one person. It means the ownership of sole proprietorship business belongs to one person only. Service stations and retail shops are some examples of sole proprietorship business. And the next point is capital. Capital is invested in the business by its owner. Capital is the amount of investment that a business owner invests in the business with the intention to earn profit. And the next point is profit. Profit is the amount a business earns through its operations and monetary transactions. In sole proprietorship business, all profits and loss belongs to the owner of the business. And the next point is liabilities. The liabilities for unpaid debt are unlimited. The owner of the business is personally liable for any unpaid debt and other obligations of the business. The next point is management. Sole proprietorship business is managed and controlled by one person, that is the owner of the business. The owner of the business takes all the decisions relating to business, for example, planning, controlling, organizing, and leading business activities. And the last point is financial accounting and reporting. In sole proprietorship business, financial accounts are prepared for tax purpose only. The sole trader prepares statement of comprehensive income and statement of financial position to ascertain the amount of profit and the amount to be paid as tax. Partnership. The relationship between two or more persons who have agreed to share profit of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. The salient features of partnership business are given below, and the first point is ownership. It is owned by two or more persons. It means several individuals working together form a partnership. In a partnership business, there must be an association of two or more persons. The next point is capital. Capital is invested in the business by its partners. It means in the partnership business, the investment is made by the partners of the business. And the next point is profit. The amount of profit is shared among the partners at agreed ratio. The profit ratio is predetermined among the partners when they enter into the contract of partnership. Here one interesting fact is that sharing of loss among the partners is not necessary. That means there may be a partner who only shares the profit of the business but not loss. And the next point is liabilities. The liabilities for unpaid debts are unlimited. It means in partnership business, all the partners are equally and personally liable for any unpaid debts and other obligations of the business, provided there is some specific terms and conditions are written in the contract of partnership. And the next point is management. A partnership business is managed by all partners. A partnership business is usually managed and controlled by all the partners, provided any other thing mentioned in the terms and conditions of the contract. Usually each and every partner takes part in the activities of business according to his skills and abilities. And the last point is financial accounting and reporting. In partnership business, financial accounts are prepared for the benefit of the partners and for the purpose of tax. In partnership business, profit and loss account is prepared to ascertain the amount of profit through business operations, and balance sheet is prepared so that the overall financial strength of the business is determined. Company. A company has the legal right to act as a person. A company has a separate legal entity from its owners. The persons who invest in the company are known as shareholders. And the salient features of the company are given below. And the first one is separate legal entity. A company has a separate legal entity from its owners. It acts like an artificial person. It means a company can own, buy, or sell property. It can enter into contracts and it can take court actions too. And the next point is ownership. A company is owned by its shareholders. The ownership depends on the percentage of shares a shareholder owns. For instance, if a company has issued 100 shares, the ownership of 40 shares would represent 40% of the ownership of the company. And the next point is capital. Capital for the business is provided by its shareholders. It means the investors purchase the shares of the company in order to invest capital for the business. In other words, companies raise its capital by selling its shares. And the next point is profit. Profit is divided among the shareholders in the form of dividend. Here, dividend is the amount of profit which is distributed among the shareholders. And the next point is liabilities. The liabilities of the shareholders are limited to the amount of capital they have invested in the business. A company by itself is liable for its debts. For example, if a company owes a supplier for rupees 100,000 for the goods it has purchased but does not have the money to make the payment, the company is liable for the debt. The owners or shareholders are not personally liable to make the payment. And the next point is management. Large companies are managed by professional managers. It means the owner of the companies do not take active part to control business operations. So we can say that there is a separation of ownership from control. Managers are employed to run the company on behalf of the shareholders. And the last point is financial accounting and reporting. Financial accounting and reporting is mandatory for the company by the law. It means a company has to maintain complete records of its financial transactions in the form of financial statements. For example, statement of comprehensive income, statement of financial position, statement of cash flows, etc. etc. Now, we all know that shareholders are not the managers of the company. So, it is necessary to maintain financial statements so the shareholders can get information about the financial strength and performance of the company. Moreover, financial accounting and reporting is mandatory for tax purpose and audit. As we have discussed the various features of the types of business entities, now let's have a look at the comparison chart of these business entities so that we get a summary of the features of business entities and also try to know the pros and cons of each type of business entity. We have three types of business: sole proprietorship, partnership, and company. And the left column shows the main characteristics of business entities. First, we talk about ownership. A sole proprietorship business is owned by one person. It means one person can start up the business, so the formation of such type of business is quite easy. And a partnership is an association of two or more persons, so the formation of partnership business is also not difficult. A partnership business is created by merely signing the contract of partnership. But a company is owned by its shareholders, and there is a complicated procedure to form a company. A company must be registered under the prescribed law of the state. And if we talk about the liabilities for the unpaid debts and other obligations, the sole trader's liabilities are unlimited. So the business is at high risk. For example, if sole trader faces loss in the business, he is personally liable for all debts and his personal property is also at stake. Same is the case in the partnership business. All the partners are personally liable for the debt in case the business goes in loss. So we can say that in both type of business, the risk factor is quite high. On the other hand, shareholders' liabilities for unpaid debt of the company is limited. They are liable to the debt as per the amount they have invested in the business. Their personal property is not at stake. So the risk factor for the shareholders of the company is quite low. And if we talk about management, sole proprietorship business is managed and controlled by the owner of the business. In partnership business, mostly all the partners manage and control the business equally. And in decision-making process, the consent of all the partners is involved. Or there may be one of the partners who controls and manages the business representing all the partners. But for doing this, the consent of all the partners is necessary. On the other hand, a company is managed by professional managers. Shareholders do not take active part in decision-making process of the company. And if we talk about capital in sole proprietorship business, capital is provided to the business by its owner. So, a sole proprietorship business is usually a small scale business. In partnership business, capital is invested in a business by its partners. A partnership business is larger in size as compared to sole proprietorship business. On the other hand, if we talk about company, a company raises its capital by selling the shares to its shareholders. So, company is considered as a large scale business. And if we talk about profit, in sole proprietorship business, all the profits and losses belong to the owner of the business. That is, he solely enjoys all the profits and suffers all the losses. In partnership business, profit is distributed among the partners in agreed ratio, which they have mentioned in the contract of partnership. It all depends upon the terms and conditions of the contract among the partners, that in which ratio the profit is to be distributed among the partners and who will suffer the loss and how much. In company, the amount of profit is distributed among the shareholders as dividend, and in case of loss, the shareholders will suffer to the extent they have invested in the company. And finally, if we talk about financial accounting and reporting, in sole proprietorship business, it is not mandatory for the owner of the business to prepare and publish its financial statements from time to time or after a specific time period. The owner of the business prepares financial statements to ascertain the amount of profit and to calculate the amount of tax to be paid to the government. In partnership business, financial accounts are maintained for the benefits of the partners and for the tax purpose. On the other hand, in company's business, it is mandatory and required by the law to prepare and publish financial accounts after a specific time period so that all the stakeholders get to know the financial position of the business. And that's all for today. Stay blessed.